Public relations in government started with the work of rhetoricians, who would help political figures write speeches, speak on behalf of them, or train them for difficult questions. The same type of work is still done today for politicians and political candidates. Two of the earliest public relations practitioners in government were Thomas Paine and Samuel Adams, who both practiced press agentry. Thomas Paine wrote and distributed influential pamphlets, such as Common Sense and The Crisis, to influence public opinion. Samuel Adams, a key player in the Boston Tea Party, is also seen as an early figure in public relations because he created publicity and attracted mass attention for his event. In 1907, the Marine Corps created a publicity bureau in Chicago. The military had used publicity prior to this establishment to garner support for war and to entice citizens to serve their country. However, the establishment of the Publicity Bureau became the most multifaceted public relations program of its time. This was achieved through the use of both propaganda and publicity. In 1913, Congress passed the Gillette Amendment that stated no money appropriated by any act shall be used for the compensation of any publicity expert unless specifically appropriated for that purpose. However, the United States government has continued to utilize public relations experts. In 1917, President Woodrow Wilson established a Committee on Public Information to earn public support for World War I. President Wilson asked a journalist, George Creel, to run the committee. Creel was able to effectively mobilize the home front using the public information model. He launched an extensive propaganda and multimedia campaign. The Great Depression brought about adversity for many people and businesses in America. However, it was the Great Depression and the leadership of President Franklin Roosevelt that advanced public relations. President Roosevelt appeared in fireside chats where he spoke informally to the American public to end their dissatisfaction with the banks and acquire support for the New Deal. Public relations became an even more vital component of the government with World War II. The Office of War Information was then established, and this began a period of full mobilization of citizens through selling war bonds, rationing food, clothing, and gasoline, planting victory gardens, and recruiting military personnel. And there you have it, the history of government PR. With advances in technology, a steady increase in demand for PR professionals, and a continuous election cycle, you can be sure that government PR is not just growing, but it's always going to be around.